Don't pay a quarter, don't pay a dime, don't pay a penny, don't waste your time. If half a penny is all he asks, don't give him any. Lay off his tracks, my half a penny is what he'll say. Still a steep price, just walk away.
All right, folks, Fouquets, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of Happiness, and I'll be hosting these my worthless half a penny post regular season pre play in. We play the Hornets tomorrow, not the Sherlock Hornets, but the Charlotte Hornets. We play them tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. As a 10th seed, so we'll play away. And then whoever, if we win, we'll play away again against the loser between 76ers Magic, right? No. Yeah, it's going to be the loser against 76ers and Magic. So let's say the 76ers lose, because I think that's what kind of seems to be the logical thing with Embiid out. And then we play the 76ers and we win, we would then face the Pistons, right? And then, whatever happens. So here is the new thing from Barry Jackson, right? Heat loses in play-in. Now, it can win versus the Hornets and not go to playoff. And then chances are that they draft 12 or 13, right? Depending on if they beat the Hornets, then it's probably going to be 13 if they lose. If they lose against the Hornets, they get the 12th. Very small chance at the 14 at 7.1% chances of a top 4 pick if they lose against the Hornets, and 4.8% the top 4 pick if they lose against the next opponent, which I say is going to be the 76ers. Now, it makes the playoffs. They pick 16 or 17, right, depending on how well they do, and respectively, and they have 0 chances of landing a top 4. For those conspiracy theorists who think that the Miami Heat is going to get a top 5 pick because of the Rozier scandal, trust me, we have no basis. It's a conspiracy theory. It's a feel-good theory, by the way, because people want to believe that, number 1, the NBA is fair. Number 2, the NBA cares about us. Number 3, the NBA is going to reward the attitude that we have anti-tanking. Now, as I started this video, I'm going to say something that is not normal or typical for me. I am never a person that likes to root against my team. Now, there is a tradition in not just Brazilian soccer, but international soccer, when you don't actually have any kind of playoff stage, right? You only have, not even a group stage, it's a league, right? It's points. The MLS functions in a bizarre way, similarly to how the world functions. Of course, in the United States, it has to be different. I mean, I don't complain about it, but it's just, when it comes to soccer, it does hurt my feelings. I did lose soccer, but I didn't lose the ability to love the sport. And honestly, what the MLS does to me is a shame. But there is a point system. The winner is the winner. But there are also derbies, right? Just like, say, the Heat and the Knicks at a certain point in time, the Heat and the Mavs at a certain point in time, the Heat and the Celtics at a certain point in time. Most recently, even we can even again say the Heat and the Celtics. A derby is basically 2 teams that are from the same city or from the same state, and they are arch nemesis, arch rivals. They hate each other. The fan base hates each other. And when I say hate, it even goes to the point of violence. It doesn't have to. I have plenty of friends who are from Palmeiras, and I'm Corinthians. That's the arch nemesis of Corinthians, the derby. And when there is a derby, when, let's say, there is no derby, but let's say Corinthians is playing X team and our victory favors Palmeiras, Corinthians is normally going to throw in the hat. They're going to basically just, roll over and allow whatever happens to happen. They're gonna allow themselves to lose. I've seen horrible things like the goalkeeper feeling, no, 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 I'm gonna defend this way, kind of telling the guy that even if you kick, I'm gonna get your ball. Like that. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way that we're allowing whatever goal to happen if it's not the desired outcome. I know the main idea is this, okay? I was never in favor of Corinthians throwing in the hat and losing on purpose to favor or disfavor a team they like or dislike. Just like I really do like this idea. Oh my God, there's more here. I like this idea that we're not a tanking team. I do. I think that is part of Heat culture, right? Suffer or not. Look, not we discussed this at length in the group. We all kind of agree that a rebuild is necessary, but at the same time, tanking for the sake of tanking and trying to get higher draft picks works for some team, but doesn't work for most of them. That's just the reality of it. However, that's when I say there's a difference. This is when I impose myself a little bit stronger. If we are going to get to it's a possibility. Unfortunately, I don't think we will. I don't think we have 2 wins in us to get through the Hornets, whoever it is after that. I don't think so. This team has shown that they don't have what it takes not to beat the Hornets. That's the problem. They've shown that they have what it takes to beat the Hornets. If the Magic come in, we might as well either be done or wait for one of those moments of, oh my God, we finally, or whatever, the play-in kicks in, the adrenaline kicks in. It's like a playoff. It's like a game 7, however Spo wanted to frame it. It's all great propaganda, but the truth is the Heat does not deserve to be in the playoffs. It would not be a situation pre-bubble, right? It would not be a situation 7 years ago. We wouldn't be talking about the play-in. And yet, this is the second year in a row that we get into this as the 10th. So, I don't want to win against the Hornets. I know I said, que sera, whatever will be, will be. And honestly, at the end of the day, yes, whatever will be, because it's not like I'm going to be tuning in tomorrow and rooting against the Hornets. By the way, there's no more FanDuel networks. It's going to be on Prime. The reason I say this is not because of a commercial, but just because FanDuel networks, what used to be Sun, what used to be Sunshine in 1988, is finally closing its doors. It's kind of sad, just like Michael Biamonte's last game of the season happened, and likely, if what I want happens, Michael Biamonte's retired already, right? Michael Biamonte retired already. So this is what I'm going to say. I want the Heat to lose against the Hornets. I want us to increase, not only to go to 12th at the very least, but to really have a chance that justifies whatever conspiracy there is. If we make the playoffs, it doesn't help our case. It doesn't give us anything, but it does give the franchise, of course, money and seats and blah, 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 whatever it is. It all depends on the mentality of the franchise. The franchise understands that this is it, and the circumstances may allow us to even get to the second round, depending on our rivals. That's one thing. But understanding that, although, no, I really do think that 2026 was always the year, just like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or something like that. It was the year to go for, well, we did it, ended up kind of settling down, got for a couple of years later, or a year later, got Lowry. Excuse me. But the main point is, I hope there is a plan in place. If there is a plan in place, it's fine. But even with the plan in place, you want to be better positioned for next season because, and I can tell you this, I've had, just like last year, a lot of challenges this year that could have made me basically kind of give up on even watching sports because what's the point? But the only thing that makes me really want to enjoy this life, other than my son, obviously, and the moments that I have with my mother, is watching my teams play, watching some good shows, watching some good movies. I'm not going to let that go. It's pure and simple entertainment. I don't spend much on hats or jerseys, as you can see. So it's not like I'm going to start spending more. but I am emotionally invested in the Miami Heat. I don't think that they deserve to go to the playoffs. They didn't deserve to go to the playoffs last season, but we wanted them to kind of do well because of the entire Jimmy Butler saga. They have not been deserving of a position that, with a guy like Jimmy Butler in the end of his prime, was able to contribute so much to the team. That's a different story. That's not a fluke, right? 2 finals and 3 conference finals in 6 years, in 5 years. That's not a fluke. That's a reality that the Miami Heat had the privilege of experiencing. This was not the season. The season was only salvaged by the absolute bestiality. It's not the right word, but I hope that in the context it's understood, by the beast that was Bam Adebayo, and scoring 83 points against the Wizards and not being ashamed to do it. And he continued scoring well. I think the person who struggled the most yesterday was Hero, but I was so not invested in that makeshift game against the Hawks. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. I mean, the people that need to be available are available. The Hornets are a team that we beat, and we beat by a lot, a couple times this season. There is a chance that we get through them. That's immediately 13, immediately 4.1, 4.8% chances at top 4. If we beat the next opponent, no more conspiracy theory. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.